Donald Trump has been caught on camera. We have the video, we have the receipts, we have the photographs. Donald Trump is currently terrorizing the city of Chicago and other cities across the nation with his ICE Gestapo agents. And as you look at what he's trying to do, especially right now in Chicago, we saw this over the weekend, he wants to provoke a reaction from the people of Chicago that Donald Trump can then use as pretext to call in the military to invade Chicago. So all throughout Chicago, Donald Trump sent hundreds and hundreds of militarized ICE forces through the city. They were marching as though they were troops invading a city. They were in the waterways as well. You'll be able to see that, and we'll show you what was going down there. And they were attacking people in the communities. I just want to show you everything that went down. You see Donald Trump posting right here on his social media platform the photo of these ICE agents marching through Chicago. You see them right there in the water. Let me show you what went down as a man was arrested outside of the Broadview ICE facility in Chicago. Just take a watch at how this Gestapo is operating. And again, they're trying to provoke a reaction so then Donald Trump can say, you see, there's violence there. We're sending in the military, as he has ordered the military to enter Portland, Oregon. This is what just happened in Chicago. Here, play this clip.
Get back! Get back! Get back!
And now over here, you'll see these hundreds of federal agents patrolling the Chicago Riverwalk. Here, take a look right here. Let's play it. Here's another view right here of these ICE agents, Border Patrol agents, kind of marching through menacingly Chicago. Here, play this clip right here. Here's another angle of that. Let's play it. And here you'll see what it looks like in the Chicago River right now. You know, I've taken the trip before on the boats where you take the architectural tour of Chicago and you just have ICE agents harassing people in that riverway. Here, play this clip. And I'll just show you, this is what we're seeing across the country right now as ICE agents try to break into people's homes. And the people in the homes are like, can you show us your warrant? And the ICE agents are like, we don't have to show you anything. Here, play that clip.
I want to see the warrant. You just gotta see how they're gonna come in. They don't want to show us the warrant. They don't want to show us the warrant.
Give me another ram, please.
We have to see the warrant.
Ma'am, you're watching too much movies. We'll show you the warrant when we're done.
No, let's see it. Let's see it. No. They're taking my husband. They don't want to show us the warrant. It's not a killer. He's nothing like that. We have 5 kids. Why?
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Drop the phone! Turn around! Turn around! Turn around! Turn around! Don't move! Come back to the side of my boat!
Here's another video of in Chicago. You'll see ICE. They tripped over a fence during a chase and they start pointing their weapons at the local news cameraman filming their incompetence. I just want you to watch what it looks like. Here, play this clip.
No, baby. What are you pointing at them? Stop! Leave them alone. Their hands are up. Their hands are up. They're not doing anything. Oh, actual fuck.
Shame!
That's crazy. Stop pointing at people. Leave them the fuck alone. Stop pointing your fucking taser at people who have their hands up. Stop. Nothing happening. I have a video.
Now we'll bring you to New York at the Federal Immigration Court there. Our friend Sandy Bacon, she's there in the courtroom almost every day in the courthouse, filming what's taking place. She's talked about the traumatic scenes that she observes as people who are seeking asylum there are ripped apart from their family. In this video she recently took, you'll see a father ripped apart from his wife and his children. This is a scene of utter cruelty unfolding every single day at that federal immigration courthouse as people are showing up for their asylum applications and the ICE agents are brutally separating them from their families. We can't look away at what's happening here. Play this clip. I'll bring you now to Los Angeles, where I live. An incident that happened near where I live, where ICE brutally detained a U.S. citizen just for filming, knocking her unconscious. Agents then took her to a side alley, beat her up, and then potentially called an ambulance. And then all the ICE agents were waiting in front of the hospital to block any protesters from entering the hospital. Real horrific stuff right here. The individual who was beaten was just an observer who shows up and tapes what ICE is doing and tries to help the migrants there. She's a member of a network that monitors ICE, and ICE threw her in the alley, beat her up, knocked her unconscious. It's really horrific. Here, play this clip.
Witnesses tell us the woman was monitoring an immigration enforcement operation when she was detained and then taken to the hospital.
Let me go! Let me go!
Witness video from a Ladera Heights Home Depot this morning shows a woman screaming as she is detained by federal agents. At one point, she identifies herself as an American.
Let me go! I'm an American. I'm born here.
She is also heard pleading for someone to call her family and a lawyer, giving out her name.
My name is Rachel Simon. I'm an American. I was born here.
It's still unclear what led up to the confrontation. Witnesses say she is a member of Hill Network, a community immigration defense group, and that she was monitoring the area.
She goes there to protect day laborers at this twice a week. You know, she's there.
On social media, the group said a woman named Rachel S. was injured and detained by federal agents at that same Home Depot, and then was transported to Cedars-Sinai in Marina del Rey. Hours later, demonstrators gathered at the hospital, demanding answers. A statement from the hospital confirmed federal agents were present after being at a nearby business, but offered no details on why. The LAPD was also at the hospital. They say officers initially responded to reports of masked men, but once they saw they were federal agents, they backed off. Pedro, a day laborer who did not want to be identified, says he saw 5 SUVs arrive with about 20 federal agents, and that around 8 people were detained. His account echoes the concerns of community organizers who say operations like this have a devastating impact on families.
People need to know that these are real lives, that people have families, that they're destroying families.
We reached out to DHS to ask them about the operation. They acknowledged they received our request but have not given us a response yet. At this time, we don't know the condition of the woman. The group she is a part of, Hill Network, posted to social media that she has been released by ICE. It is unclear if she will face any charges. Reporting from Ladera Heights, Amber Frias, NBC4 News.
So here's the deal. If you're an owner of a handgun like me for self-defense, your storage likely fits into one of 2 frustrating categories, but there's a way to solve that frustration, right? It's either locked away, safe, but out of reach in an emergency, or it's unsecured, leaving it vulnerable to anyone. Stopbox USA saw that problem, and they designed a groundbreaking solution, the Stopbox Pro. So with the Stopbox Pro, and this is why I love it, you'll never have to choose between security and readiness again. It's ingenious. Push-button locking system gives you fast, reliable access when every second matters without the hassle of keys or reliance on batteries. It's 100% mechanical, so it works every time. No power needed. With Stopbox USA, you can finally have both security and readiness. The Stopbox Pro's mechanical keyless system allows for fast, secure access without the risk of fumbling for keys. Again, when every second counts, it's also battery free, so you don't have to worry about your lock not working. So here's a few things I think that are important. Traveling with peace of mind is easy because Stopbox Pro is TSA compliant. It's one of the things I like about it. Stopbox also offers a range of other innovative products, including their vehicle safe, chamber lock, and other essential gear designed to keep you prepared and protected wherever you are, and also everything sourced right here in the USA, which I like as well. So for a limited time, our listeners are going to get 15% off at Stopbox when you use the code TRUTH at checkout. So head to stopboxusa.com and use the code TRUTH for 15% off your entire order. So after your purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show. Tell them that the MeidasTouch sent you. Again, go to stopboxusa.com and use the code TRUTH for 15% off, and then tell them the MeidasTouch podcast sent you. Now, someone who's part of that network that just tries to document and videotape what ICE is doing, you see her right here. She tells the story of what went down over there. Again, it's so important that we document what's taking place. Let me show you this.
Today at the Ladera Heights Home Depot, which happens to be the community that I grew up in, one of our comrades who's patrolling the Home Depot was just arriving for her patrol shift when she was getting out of her car. She was actually still sitting in her car when ICE arrived to do a raid. She got out of her car to start filming. Someone, one of the kidnappers, came up behind her and attacked her from behind. They took her to an alleyway near the Home Depot. I'm familiar with the area. There are several alleyways just to the south of it. Apparently a bystander filmed part of what happened. I'm not sure if they got the entire interaction, but apparently one of the women who was taken was beaten unconscious by ICE. We all showed up down to the hospital where she was taken in Marina del Rey and watched as they had cops in full riot gear protecting the hospital so that no one could help her. Then they forcibly removed her from the hospital while she screamed for help, and the hospital staff could do nothing about what happened. Right now we are heading to the Metro detention facility to protest that she was taken. Oh, sorry, not to mention, two bystanders that were customers at the Home Depot tried to help and were also detained. They are two American citizens that were detained, and they also detained the woman that was making tortillas on the side street. This is getting crazy. We need people to help. The reason that she was so easily abducted and this easily happened to her, this woman was patrolling that Home Depot alone, which is never do. But they don't have enough coverage. We need more people. We need more help. Like, we have to stand up to fascism. This is insane. I'm going to go now because now I'm officially driving.
So from Chicago to Los Angeles, this is in Louisiana right here, where a warden at an ICE detention facility is accused of sexually abusing detainees at the female detention center and putting transgender inmates into forced labor. One job was pushing heavy cinder blocks across dorm just to push them back where they started and repeat. Quote, "If you want to be a man, I'll treat you like a man," agents would yell. "Aren't you strong enough? Aren't you a man?" This is how they tried to target and psychologically torture the transgender person. Here, play this clip.
Allegations of rampant sexual abuse of immigration detainees at an ICE facility here in Acadiana.
And those accusations are contained in this newly filed civil rights complaint with the U.S. Office of Homeland Security. Now, that misconduct reportedly taking place at the South Louisiana ICE Processing Center in Basile. The complaint outlines the sexual abuse of a woman and 3 transgender individuals during a 2-year period at the facility. The abuse allegedly occurred on a near daily basis at the hands of the assistant warden, prison officers, and other ICE employees. The complaint also contends that ICE tried to cover up sex abuse complaints and threatened retaliation against the 4 if they talked with investigators. The attorneys that filed the complaint are seeking to have the ICE facility in Basile closed.
Bringing you back to Chicago, Illinois, ICE ran over a protester with their truck at 30 miles per hour. He's hospitalized for a burst neck artery. When local police went to investigate the hit and run, ICE agents shot pepper balls from the rooftop to disperse the crowd. Here, let's play this clip right here.
Since this fencing went up earlier this week, protesters have since been gathering on the other side of buildings just to our right, and that has access to this facility, and that is where that man was struck.
He had hopped up over the curb, ran right into me. That's where you seen I was thrown right here on the side of the road. And he took off back there, which leads back to the ICE facility.
Daniel Schultz is describing this moment.
Hey, what the man?
Which happened Wednesday night near the Broadview ICE facility.
Like, how is this allowed? And then there's nothing we can do about it. There's no accountability. There's like I was telling you, the officers came to me at the hospital, and they had asked if I would be able to point the person out in the lineup, and how could I do that when they all wear masks? Like, they have no name tag, they have nothing. There was 3 of them in the vehicle. That's the only thing I could tell the officers when it happened.
The Village of Broadview Police Department says they are treating this incident like they would any other traffic accident. Witnesses told police a pickup truck struck Schaus and continued driving into the parking lot without stopping. The video shows the tail end of the impact as Schaus is carrying a flashlight and glow sticks around his neck. The Broadview Fire Department administered aid and transported Schaus to Loyola Hospital in stable condition.
They had me stay overnight because one of my arteries in my throat they were worried about because it looked weakened and like it was going to burst.
He was released this afternoon and made his way back out to the facility.
That's for my arms. I got stuff like on my side here and stuff like that. My whole leg is all bruised up. I got road rash on the knee, but I actually lucked out. From what at least the officer is saying, they're estimating the vehicle was going about 25-30 when they hit me.
Broadview police say they requested to speak with the ICE agent who had claimed to witness the incident. The agents at the gate told police they were unaware of such an agent and had no knowledge of an agent being involved in such an incident. As police officers were surveying the lot for a vehicle matching the description, ICE agents began deploying pepper balls towards protesters, which affected Broadview officers. Due to visibility and no further identification of a suspect vehicle, Broadview police left without further incident.
I just want to show them that you can't silence us. It doesn't matter what you do to us. It doesn't matter how many times you shoot us or what pain you want to put onto us. We'll be here. We're going to keep fighting for accountability. And we want to see name tags and no masks.
We reached out to ICE and the Department of Homeland Security for comment on this incident, but have not heard back yet. Schaus says that this incident will not stop him from coming out here. He says he's not associated with any group or organization and says he just wants to see accountability. For now, reporting live in Broadview, Christine Flores, WGN News.
And remember how we shared that story about the raid at the Cato facility in Cayuga County, that nutrition bar confectioner's factory, where it was like over 60 of the workers were rounded up there at that factory. Just hardworking migrants, not criminals. Well, body camera footage released from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement through a Freedom of Information Act request caught the federal agents calling immigrants animals and bragged about the number of illegals detained, despite that not being the case in at least one instance. So an individual by the name of Gilberto Ramirez Perez was detained and deported in that raid, now sits in Guatemala with his U.S. work authorization card and no answers after the September 4th raid at the nutrition bar confectioner's factory. Suddenly the doors were blocked and we were all trapped inside because ICE was all over the place. People started running to try to get away, but we were told to go to the break room, Ramirez Perez said through a translator. Through a Freedom of Information law request, the Cayuga County Sheriff's Department provided the body camera footage from the officers on scene that day. In one scene, federal agents are discussing the conditions at the Central Processing Center in McAllen, Texas, better known as Ursula. One of the agents discussed his time working there. Quote, "I would not let anybody out of their cells, so we did it in an orderly fashion. Had them all lined up. It's bathroom time, or it's fucking brush your teeth time, or it's food time. Other than that, nope, your ass is staying in there. But you can't do that. I absolutely can. I need a phone call. No, you don't. I need to go to medical help. Nope, you look good to me," the agent said, mimicking a conversation with detainees, migrants who are detained. He continued to say that they kept the bathrooms inside the cells where people were held. They're there. They're animals anyway. That's what I would tell my kids all the time, said the agent who said he worked in the intelligence unit. They're animals, referring to the migrants. So that's where we're at right now. We'll keep you posted every step of the way as we learn more here on the MeidasTouch Network. But the people in Chicago are not being provoked. Trump's obviously trying to terrorize them and people across the country. And people are remaining peaceful. We're going to keep you posted every step of the way. So hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to add the MeidasTouch podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts for new updates every single day.